fired up. This will. We're joined now by WWE Champ and friend of the show, Kofi Kingston.
Yes.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fantastically well. How are you?
Oh, we are great. Look at the size, weight, girth, and bling of that thing.
You brought the hardware.
I had to, Yeah.
Does that travel with you wherever you go?
Everywhere. I was just making a joke about it.
On the plane.
Subway,
of course.
In the carry-on, we were joking that this is like the biggest first world problem ever, to have like my bag so heavy because I have to carry this in my bag in my carry-on. But it's a good problem to have.
All right, Kofi, tell me what it means to you and the WWE superstar roster to have SmackDown be moving to Fox. It's a new chapter.
Yeah.
You guys are ready to go. How exciting is that for everyone?
It's so exciting. It's awesome. I feel like WWE and Fox, like we mesh. We go very well together, hand in hand. We're all really excited about it. SmackDown's going to be the biggest that it's ever been, and to be at the forefront of all of that, it's awesome for all of us.
So after the debut Friday Night SmackDown, then on October 11th, there's a draft.
Yeah.
And this is something I'm super excited for. Take us behind the scenes about the WWE draft that's going to be going on, what people can expect.
Yeah. So the funny thing is that like us as superstars, we don't know where we're actually going. Like they never tell us where we're going. Oftentimes, I don't know if they even know, but it's like a real draft between like Raw and SmackDown, I know, like I said, I'm excited. I got my fingers crossed because SmackDown is like new and fresh and on Fox, so I'm hoping to be there. But honestly, being on Raw too, like it'll be all good either way. But it's something that we always look forward to. It's a real competition between us and the people on Raw. We actually try to have like a competition to have like the best show possible, and that makes both of the shows so well. It makes them so good.
As the current WWE champ, you face a guy I'm very familiar with, Brock Lesnar, Minnesota. That was my team. He tried out for the Vikings, and also you guys faced each other in 2015. He got the best of you.
Bringing up bad stuff. I want to talk about old stuff. Look, I've grown, man.
But with SmackDown and this being the 20th anniversary, with all the hype, let's get to the fundamentals of it. What do you have to do to be able to come away with the win?
You know what? It's a thing where, so my whole, like, motif has always been to push yourself. To get this WWE title, it took me 11 years to get to this point. And one of my favorite quotes is, at the top of a mountain is the bottom of another mountain. So Brock Lesnar is the next mountain to climb. I really feel like you should always challenge yourself no matter how high you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never at the top. You're never, you always want to be the best. So beating somebody like Brock Lesnar for me would solidify this championship reign as something incredible, and it's been magical so far.
Here's what I love about the WWE, and I don't know nearly as much as these two do, but fans love who they love for whatever reason they want, and they latch on and they follow them through. This Kofi mania, tell me, why do you think fans have taken such a liking to you and this persona and everything and whoever you are when you're out there?
Yeah, it's been, like I was saying, it took me legitimately 11 years to even get a shot at the WWE Championship. And it kind of happened like out of fate. Someone got hurt. I got put into their position, and eventually like the fans just started building this momentum. And like I'm getting goosebumps even thinking about it, because like that's what we as performers like strive for. Obviously what we do is entertainment, but we strive to have people forget about all of that. You get lost in the storyline and the storytelling. And my story has been an 11-year struggle where anybody who's ever struggled can identify with, and that's what happened. Everyone just built that momentum to WrestleMania. And like you said, I say it's not cool when I say Kofi Mania,
right?
But they renamed WrestleMania Kofi Mania, and it was just an amazing experience.
You got hurt, and it gave you your big chance. Kind of reminds you of how the quarterback of your favorite team. You're from Boston, right?
That's right.
Tom Brady got his chance. Patriots, you got him this year or no?
Yeah, I got him every year.
That was a pregnant pause, Kofi.
No.
He's scared.
No, because
worried about the Chiefs.
No, I was wondering, like, why you were
That's a bad question.
Okay.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, is it a rhetorical? I thought it was a trick question.
Jen and her household, they feel the same way.
That's my Super Bowl pick.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So you're not worried at all?
Never. I'm never worried with Tom Brady behind the helm. No, not really. Not really. Even last year, in the playoffs against the Chiefs, everybody thought,
Oh, now you're bringing up.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, last year everybody was worried. I'm like, no, we got touchdown Tom Brady at the captain. He's the captain of the ship. So come on, man.
Kofi, we're so excited. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We've been watching Friday night on Fox. Much appreciated, and all the best to you.
Thank you so much.
Don't leave that here.
Yes.
That's
Oh, he ain't gonna
You get a hand on it too, you know what I'm saying?
Can you lift that?
Feel the weight.
And the Chiefs taking on the Lions in Detroit. Let's jump ahead to the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to play. Chiefs down by 3. It's a 4th and 8. Mahomes scrambles 15 yards for the crucial first down. Later in the drive, Darrell Williams punches it in from the 1, his second score of the day. Chiefs take the 4-point lead. One last shot for Detroit. And, man, the Lions hung toe-to-toe with the Chiefs all day. Matthew Stafford, the Hail Mary. It's up, it's down, it's knocked away. Chiefs hold on to win 34-30. They remain undefeated. Nick Wright, how were the Chiefs able to rally for this win?
It was an escape. I mean, they were very fortunate. And by the way, shout out to the refs for learning their lesson from the Saints game this year against the Rams.
Not blowing the whistle.
They didn't blow the whistle. It looked like the Lions might have had a touchdown. Maybe he was stopped. Ball gets jarred loose. Bashaud Breeland picks it up, realizes no whistle, no one's chasing me, and goes and scores a 99-yard touchdown. That was the swing play of the game. But despite that, Stafford drove him down the field, takes the lead with 2.5 minutes left, and then Patrick Mahomes did Patrick Mahomes things. And this is the level we're now at with Patrick Mahomes. He has 315 yards passing, 50 yards rushing. The key play on 4th down.
I watched last night. He was not the player of the game on any station, any person,
anywhere. You go on the road against an undefeated team, lead a comeback, fourth quarter comeback in the final 2 minutes, where you face a 4th and 8 and you rush for the first down. You have no turnovers in a game that had a combined, I think, 6 turnovers, and it's considered a down game. And it was. Like, that is the standard we now have. But for Kansas City, if Chris is right, and I think he likely is, that the Patriots are staring at a 13-3 season at worst, probably a 14-2 year, you better keep pace. And so finding ways to steal games like this where you don't play great, where you do turn the ball over 3 times on your own, those are what, to me, great teams find a way to win this game, and I think this Chiefs team is a great team.
Yeah, this was a good win from. Go ahead, Jenna.
No, I was just going to say, you compare what Patrick Mahomes did to what Tom Brady did yesterday. I mean, yeah, maybe he didn't have a great game. He had a monster game compared to what Tom Brady did. But how impressive was Patrick Mahomes?
This is the thing. Every time you watch Patty Mahomes, you need to realize, I'm watching the best player in the league. So he's going to do a handful of things every week. You're like, wow, there's no one else going to be able to do that. The 4th down, he recognizes the coverage. They played the coverage they hadn't played much of. It's called 2-man, where they man underneath the routes, all right, and the cornerbacks try to play underneath all the short routes. And the safeties play really wide. The middle of the field is wide open. He recognized in a split second, and I'm not going to wait for someone to get open. It's 4th down. I got to run against this defense. That right there is what led to them being able to score on that final drive. So Patty Mahomes continuing to learn how our defense is going to defeat me, and realizing that these young wide receivers, they are not Tyreek Hill, and they're not going to be consistent. Robinson, Hardman, they're not going to be consistent, and they don't have the overall route tree that they have with Tyreek Hill. So there are going to be some struggles. Double Sammy Watkins, double Kelsey. That's the way you're able to slow down. That's what New England was able to do, and that's what Matt Patricia was able to do early in this game to be able to slow down. But when you win a game like this, and I'm not going to say it was gifted to them, they played well enough to win, and they made enough plays. The great teams, you only got 8 of these games. If they can go 6-2, I mean, who's going to beat them in Kansas City this year?
Right.
Who's going to beat them? If they can beat, that's, to me, this year in the AFC, you got to get the 14 wins to get home field advantage, and you got to keep out the side of your eye an eye on New England every time they play, because those are the two teams will be vying for home field advantage.
And through the first month of the year, not many teams have had, now that we know a little bit more about each team, a more difficult road than Kansas City. They've played in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's 2-1 when they're not playing the Chiefs. They've played in Oakland. Oakland's 2-1 when they're not playing the Chiefs. They've played Baltimore. Baltimore's 2-1 when they're not playing the Chiefs. They've played in Detroit. Detroit's 2-0-1 when they're not playing the Chiefs. So they have 3 of their 8 road games gone. They have beaten teams, all of whom have a winning record independent of the Chiefs game, and they're one of only 2 4-0 teams left in the league.
And Jenna, you asked me earlier about, is there a blueprint from what they were doing that Kansas City might see later? I do believe. because people try to duplicate what New England does. They will do the combination coverages, but I think the one thing they'll take from what Matt Patricia and his defense was able to do was ball security. Kansas City has a lot of small receivers, and they do not secure the football. You could see. Now they've added Shady McCoy. He has awful ball security. He's always got the ball away. So watch as this goes on. The 12 games in the regular season, who tries to duplicate what they were able to do as far as punching that ball out, creating turnovers, putting your offense on the short field so you can get points against that defense.
All right, let's take a break. Coming up, WWE Champ Kofi Kingston joins us live in studio next on First Things First.
I'm going to see if he can jump off the G of them.